I'm Jake.
I'm Tom.
And we are VIMTV, Velocities in Music, ready to start our set of 10 albums today. We're going to start it off with kind of a different album for VIMTV. We're going to do a 2010 release by Justin Bieber, My World 2.0. We've had a lot of our fans and friends tell us that they want us to kind of step outside of our shell and do something a little crazy. So we decided we actually started with Godsmack.
Yeah.
We weren't expecting to like that one. I mean, we planned on not liking it, and then it was all right. Mm-hmm. Well, this is kind of the same thing, and every once in a while we'll do something like that where we kind of test ourselves with a crazy album that's kind of outside of our comfort zone and see how it goes. Bieber's just like that. Bieber, if you don't know who Justin Bieber is, clearly, I mean, I didn't before I listened to this album, but that just shows how removed from corporate music I am. But like, if you don't know who he is, he's a 15-year-old kid from Canada with very pretty hair, which apparently he doesn't use any product in, and really that's about it. He has a very high, very girly, prepubescent voice. But he's a charismatic kid, and if you look down at the video down there that I posted with some British show interviewing him, he's a charismatic kid, and he's obviously earned his status as teen heartthrob. He burst onto the scene posting stuff on YouTube and just videos online of him singing songs and stuff. And then he got discovered and was getting a ton of hits. And then Usher and Justin Timberlake, who are friends, were kind of fighting over him apparently. Or maybe that's blown out of proportion because it's brings hype and more sales. Nonetheless, Usher won, Usher signed him, and now, he's kind of cranked out albums. His first album, My World, came out in November 2009. His second album, My World 2.0, the one we're reviewing, came out in March 2010. 4 months later! If you can't clearly see that they did that just to make money, then something's wrong with you. Now, understandable, if I'm a businessman, I would do the same thing in that situation because, he's going to be...
You know what I realized?
What?
It's like we were talking about earlier. It's like new versions of software. And like they even have 2.0 on it.
It really is.
What more do you want to tell you that it's about money and turning a profit?
Really,
what more?
Really it is. And these songs, I mean, it's your typical pop. It's verse, chorus structure. Every single, all 10 songs are like that. And there's beats. It's almost kind of like, it's very Usher influence with kind of that R&B style, but with like a very high-pitched young boy who could sound like a girl voice. There's nothing wrong with that. It's kind of ironic when he's singing about, getting tail and stuff like that, which I found to be quite funny.
Yeah.
But overall, I mean, something that you would expect. The first 2 tracks on this album I know are singles, and I'm sure there's more. But the first 2 tracks for sure are singles. And really, I don't know how they determined that these 2 tracks were singles. I feel like if they took the first 9 tracks and then put the wheel of like the Price is Right wheel and put like each song on it and then spun it, the one that it ended up on was the single, and they did it twice. So.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna let I tried to look at this objectively, and from what Tom and I are talking about, he didn't hit him quite as objectively. So I'll let Tom rant for a minute.
I hated this album. I absolutely hate it. Like I knew I wasn't gonna like it. I knew I wasn't gonna like it. But I was like, yeah, I'll give it a chance. Because to tell you the truth, like back when My World came out, and I heard like the first experience of Justin Bieber that I had was hearing the song one time at a dance that I had to DJ. Someone requested it. It was some junior high dance or something.
Junior high, it fits. So
I heard it and I was like, yeah, but it was still kind of had a melody that I could get into. Be like, I'm like, okay, whatever. It kind of sucks, but it's not that bad. I don't even pick up on anything that good here. Like when I listen to this. And you almost shouldn't even listen to what I say. Listen to what this guy says, because I couldn't even like my brain shut off. It just like somewhere in the biological processes between like my spine and my brain, Justin Bieber comes and just puts a freaking hack in it. Like I can't even get messages back and forth. I'm just all of a sudden he starts singing and I'm just. Like my eyes just glaze over and I have no idea what's going on and I kind of want to die.
And if it has that effect, you need to record that because it could have that effect on you.
Yes.
If you like pop music though, if you're into that sort of thing, if you listen to the radio, first of all, why the hell are you listening to Bieber when you could listen to Lady Gaga, who's quite honestly amazing?
Yeah.
But nonetheless, it is catchy and sing-alongable. But let me tell you, I was surprised I didn't have that kind of effect on me.
I'm surprised too, to tell you the truth.
I really am, and maybe it's because I listen to it in the right setting. I listen to it with my wife driving to and from here, from Ames.
Yeah.
So you know, it's not so bad, and maybe under that, if I had listened to it at work on my headphones, I probably would have felt the same thing.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm kind of glad, because what I wrote down, I just wrote down a couple things about what I really just don't like and what I think keeps this CD from really being something worthwhile, even for corporate pop music. The beats on this album are stale, they're repetitive, they're just no attitude there, it's just bland, there's just nothing there, it's just boring. And it's just over and over and over again every song. Song structures. I've said it 1,000 times, and I don't know why bands do this. Every band that I critique this on from now on, if you use a verse, chorus, bridge, chorus song structure, you are Justin Bieber! Now,
I got the Bieber fever.
lyrics. I already talked about this. The lyrics. I mean, for a teeny bopper, teen heartthrob, probably decent lyrics. For someone, you know, who's over the age of, 15, probably not good lyrics. And what scares me is that, 20 and 30-year-olds and even some 50-year-old, cougars are going back and listening to this and singing along to it like it's good music, and it's not. And you just, I mean, that's what scares me. So check your friends. If they're listening to Bieber and they think it's good, they're not your friends. I even think that the vocals and keys are even kind of in the wrong, like it just gets old after a while.
What I hate that he does, I mean, this is just one of those pop diva things, like he's freaking Mariah Carey or something. When you hit a note, but you can't just hit a note. And you have to hit every note. I'm like, what are you doing? Are you having a seizure? What, just stay on a note? If you're going to stay on the note, it's like Celine Dion singing the national anthem or something.
It is.
Every song.
And that's, it's pop, it's on the radio. For a 15-year-old, he does have a decent voice. And for 15, he could develop, he's only 15, he could develop into something and do something different in the future that's good. Right now, this just plain sucks. And the song, track 8, Eeny, Meeny, Miny, Mo Lover, what's the lyric? It's like, she's indecisive, she can't decide. That song really put me over the edge. The rest of them, but that one really bad. I'm just going to say I'm not going to pick any tracks, so they all sound the same to me. You can pretty much just turn on the radio and hear anything. I don't know about you.
No.
I'm just going to go ahead and rate it then, Tom. I'm going to give this, I'm going to go 28.
I'm going to go 21.
21 and 28. Not recommended by VIMTV.
No.
But it's Bieber. We gave it a shot. We feel like, we got a little bit of both. Some objective criticism, some clear bias, which is going to happen out there. Check it out, I guess, if you want to if you like pop music, but really, like I said, why aren't you listening to Gaga?
This is as bad as pop music is ever going to get.
It's
I
rough.
really think.
It's rough. What do you guys think? Do you like the Bieber? Do you think he has potential to be something later in life?
Do you think there was uncontrollable vomiting in the studio when he recorded this?
Or
that's what I pictured. I just pictured like he starts
and let us know at www.velocitiesandmusic.com. I'd love to hear people's thoughts on Bieber. And also, if you go, I didn't post this because I thought it'd be inappropriate, but I found a whole bunch of videos online that are hilarious about how Bieber is admitting that he's gay and they like overdub his voice or like their voices on it, and it's just hilarious. Check that out. I didn't post it. It's at YouTube. Go see it. I'm Jake.
I'm Tom.
We are VIMTV, moving music critique forward.